Equine encephalitis is a viral disease that's transmitted by mosquitoes, and the mosquito is the vector for it. They get it from birds that migrate from the warmer climates back to the cooler climates up here at different times of the year. We see it in this state. We've seen it several different times where we've had kind of outbreaks, where we've had multiple cases, meaning cases that are where we see, somewhere between 50 and 100 at times of horses that come down with it. So the encephalitis actually are present where you have standing water, because that's where most of your mosquito population is. And in South Carolina, we have a lot of low areas. I don't think there's a county that doesn't have a low-lying area that would affect that mosquito population. We've seen this year's outbreak, so to speak, in multiple counties all through the whole state. So nowhere in the state would you be kind of mosquito-free. We've seen no cases of West Nile for a very long time, and Venezuelan typically lives in the southwestern states of the U.S., but Eastern encephalomyelitis can be pretty much coast to coast, and it is the most common of the three viruses that are transmitted by the mosquito.
Clinical signs of infection initially include a high fever. That's usually the first red flag, although the overall temp can vary depending on whether or not the horse was vaccinated, and then that shows up within the first 2 or 3 days after infection. After that, they have more non-specific signs like depression, being lethargic, not as active as usual, and anorexia. They don't eat as much as they normally would. And then in about a week to 2 weeks, they'll progress and start showing neurologic signs, which can be anything from just being more dull or to staggering, stumbling, head pressing, where they'll go up to a wall and kind of lean against it, and overall not moving the way they normally would in a coordinated fashion. And then the overall pace of the disease varies from horse to horse, but usually it progresses to a full obtunded or down horse within 10 days to 14 days.
There are no antiviral medications to treat this disease. Horses that are infected with triple E can only be given supportive care. In 2013, South Carolina led the nation with positive triple E cases. 49 positive cases were confirmed in that year, and only one of those 49 horses survived this disease.
The virus is spread through the black-tailed mosquito. The mosquito bites an infected animal, and within 2 to 3 days, that mosquito can infect another animal, such as a horse or another bird. Although rare, this virus can infect humans. Most persons infected have no apparent illness. In severe cases, people have been reported to have headaches, chills, and vomiting. If concerns arise, contact your physician.
Annual vaccination and mosquito control are the primary preventative measures of Eastern encephalitis and Western encephalitis. All 6-way and 4-way vaccines given to horses include EEE and WEE. Any standing water can be breeding grounds for mosquitoes. Water troughs, bird baths, garden pools, etc. should be drained weekly in order to disrupt the mosquito breeding cycle.
We recommend vaccinating every 6 months for encephalitis. Those diseases are usually lumped together with Eastern, Western, and West Nile. Some areas, once a year is sufficient, but because we have such a prevalence of it in the southeast, Southern Equine recommends every 6-month vaccination. If your horse has had vaccinations in the last 6 months, he will not need a booster, even in face of positive horses that we've been experiencing. And you can reach Southern Equine to make an appointment for those vaccinations.